What if I told you that France, the epitome of Western influence, is on the verge of crossing over to the BRICS alliance, ushering in a new era of unprecedented collaboration and potential chaos? Throughout history, nations worldwide have long looked to the United States as a global superpower. However, the landscape has undergone substantial transformations in recent times. The pandemic emerged as a stark reminder of the deep interdependencies within our global supply chains. Furthermore, Russia's invasion into Ukraine highlighted the profound impact that sanctions on a single nation can have on the entire global economy. These events have compelled us to reassess the dynamics of our interconnected world. In today's multipolar world, significant shifts are reshaping global dynamics. Alliances are being redefined, reserve currencies are evolving, and a clear consensus emerges. No one desires unilateral dominance from any single nation, including the United States. Amidst this transformative landscape, the BRICS alliance emerges as a formidable force, poised to shape the future of our global stage. Currently, nearly 40% of the world's population resides within the 5 BRICS countries. The combined GDP of this alliance already exceeds a staggering $26 trillion. However, what truly captivates is BRICS' next phase, its global expansion. If recent reports hold true, it will send shockwaves throughout America. Whispers suggest that one of our closest European allies is on the verge of becoming the first European nation to join the prestigious BRICS alliance. French President Macron's interest in attending the upcoming BRICS summit in Durban, South Africa, has piqued curiosity regarding France's position within the alliance. Recent developments suggest that the French alliance with the United States may not be as robust as previously assumed. Before proceeding further and analyzing how France made a historic LNG deal with China, make sure you have hit the like and subscribe button to get instant notifications of the videos. Now let's continue. In a significant event earlier this year, France conducted an LNG gas trade with China using Chinese yuan instead of the US dollar. While seemingly insignificant at first glance, this marked the first instance of a European ally bypassing the dollar for cross-border transactions. The deal, involving France's purchase of 65,000 tons of LNG gas through the Shanghai Petroleum and Natural Gas Exchange, underscored a shift in trade dynamics. President Macron's subsequent visit to Beijing further raised eyebrows. During his visit, he made a thought-provoking statement, declaring that Europe should not blindly follow the United States' lead and should avoid becoming entangled in conflicts that are not its own. Macron's remarks alluded not only to the ongoing US-China tensions over Taiwan, but also to the broader issue of the dollar debt crisis. He called on Europe to resist pressure to be mere followers of American policies and to reduce reliance on the US dollar for trade. When analyzing France's decision to use Chinese yuan for the natural gas trade, a broader picture emerges. Analysts anticipate that Saudi Arabia, a key player in the global energy sector, may join the BRICS alliance, thereby solidifying BRICS as a dominant force in energy and commodity production. Saudi Arabia's control over the world's oil supply and its strengthening ties with China contribute to this speculation. China currently serves as Saudi Arabia's top trading partner and largest buyer of oil. Reports highlight the existence of a multipolar world order within which Saudi Arabia and China share strong and rising mutual interests. The Saudi Minister of Investment affirmed that Saudi Arabia embraces this new multipolar reality and that its relationships with both the United States and China are not mutually exclusive. As the possibility of President Macron's attendance at the BRICS summit looms, France's recent actions suggest a potential revaluation of its alliances. By bypassing the US dollar and strengthening ties with China, France aligns itself with a shifting global landscape that challenges established power dynamics. The potential inclusion of Saudi Arabia in the BRICS alliance further signifies the rise of a formidable group of energy and commodity producers. In the post-Cold War era, the United States emerged as the dominant global power, holding unparalleled economic, military, and geopolitical influence. However, the ascent of China and other BRICS nations, coupled with discontent over US-led wars and sanctions, prompted a growing demand for a more equitable distribution of power among nations. This brings us to the present day in 2023, shaping the future of our world. The upcoming 15th BRICS Summit, scheduled for this summer, raises a significant question. how many new countries will be granted entry into BRICS? Anil Sokol, South Africa's ambassador to BRICS, reveals that the organization has received membership requests from nations across Asia, Latin America, and Europe. Sokol emphasizes, "We consider cooperation crucial, given the immense interest from countries worldwide. This demonstrates widespread faith and confidence in BRICS." A Newsweek article titled "BRICS is Evolving from China-Russia Dream to Potential U.S. Nightmare" sheds light on the reasons behind this global faith and confidence in BRICS. The key catalyst can be attributed to the perception that the United States has become both unreliable and overbearing in its foreign policy. Recent headlines revolving around the U.S. debt ceiling crisis were cause for concern as the possibility of a government default loomed. Fortunately, bipartisan efforts postponed this catastrophe until 2025. Further eroding confidence in the U.S. are its reliance on economic sanctions as a retaliatory measure against dissenting nations, exclusion of undesired countries from the SWIFT banking system, and the utilization of the G7 alliance as a means to legitimize any action the U.S. government deems fit worldwide. A striking quote from the aforementioned article encapsulates the sentiment. A growing number of global leaders across Africa, Latin America, Central Asia, the Middle East, as well as China and Russia, have lost faith in the United States as a responsible global leader. As reported by Newsroom, more than 30 countries are now seeking BRICS membership. BRICS, the association of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is considering expanding its membership to include Indonesia and Argentina. These additions would not only bring in the world's fourth most populous country, but also a nation that, like France, conducts significant international transactions in Chinese yuan. Recent developments, such as Argentina renewing its currency swap line with China, allowing access to nearly $10 billion, highlight the potential of these new members. If accepted, the inclusion of Indonesia and Argentina would result in a combined GDP that is 30% larger than that of the United States. Moreover, this expanded entity would represent over 50% of the global population and control approximately 60% of the world's gas reserves. This development sets the stage for a future battle between BRICS and the G7, with far-reaching implications for global power dynamics. The control of commodities, including oil, gas, lithium, and other vital resources, is at the heart of this conflict. While the U.S. and its allies dominate the world's financial systems, the BRICS nations possess significant control over these crucial commodities. The party that controls essential minerals holds sway over global power balances. Historically, the U.S. dominated with the petrodollar, but the changing times present new market opportunities. Consider the importance of lithium, a mineral that will remain crucial until at least 2040. Astonishingly, the U.S. currently operates only one active lithium mine, while China accounts for over 60% of global lithium production. Recognizing the risks associated with depending on China for future lithium needs, the U.S. looks to its neighbor, Canada, as a viable alternative. Conveniently, Canada boasts the world's sixth largest lithium reserves and is classified as a strategic metal source by its government. Examining a graph from Statista, we observe a steady rise in worldwide lithium demand from 2019 to 2030, with forecasts suggesting further growth in the future. The increasing popularity of electric vehicles, EVs, underscores the significance of mining for minerals like copper, nickel, graphite, cobalt, and lithium. Mining operations will play a crucial role in shaping the future of our world. Considering the U.S.'s sole active lithium mine and BRICS control over future resources, it becomes clear that the U.S. cannot rely on the BRICS network or China for its lithium requirements. Instead, it turns to Canada, a friendly neighbor with substantial lithium reserves and strategic importance. In conclusion, the potential expansion of BRICS to include Indonesia and Argentina signals a significant shift in global power dynamics. The control of commodities, especially lithium, is increasingly crucial as demand surges. The U.S. recognizes the need to diversify its sources, relying on Canada's vast lithium reserves. As the battle between BRICS and the G7 intensifies, the importance of securing vital resources will shape the future of global economic and geopolitical landscapes. So, with the world's power balance potentially shifting, it leaves us with an intriguing question. How will this competition for crucial resources between BRICS and the G7 ultimately shape the destiny of nations and the global order? The comments box is here for you to share your opinion and explore what others are thinking about this. See you in the next video. Till then, stay connected.